Yo, welcome back everybody. Today in this video, we're going to be covering mods. Everything that you need to know about mod chips, what they are, how to use them, how to get them, how to fuse them, what are some rules that you need to follow, and an actual trick in order to get legendary mods. Now, this particular feature in the game is confusing to say the least. I mean, how it works, the rules on it is pretty confusing. And so if I do forget anything, please let me know in the comments. And if you still have questions on it, also, please feel free to ask. I'm going to try to cover everything that I can and make things as clear as possible. Just to start at the very beginning, just in case that you might not know what mods are, but it's just an item that you can add to gear in order to boost the stats. Now you can add these to suits, melees, and ranged weapons, and it will boost them just depending on the particular type of mod. Now, there with the different rarities of gear, you cannot add mods to common and uncommon gear. As far as rares go, depending on the piece, you can add from 1 to 2. Epics, you can add between 2 and 3. Heroics, you can only add 1 mod, and then legendary, you can add anywhere from 3 to 4 mods. And those little boxes that are above the level 60 for this concussive suit, well, those are mod slots. Those are the places in which you can go to add mods. Now, suit mods, you can only add to suits. Melee mods, you can only add to melees. Ranged mods, you can only add to ranged weapons. And each particular piece might do a different thing. Well, the icon, if the icon is different, then it does different things. As far as the different types of mod chips for suit, melee, and ranged, there are the same exact rarities: common, uncommon, rare, epic, heroic, and legendary. But the different types, at least on the suit, there is health, there is defense, and then 1 for each of the elemental resistances. On both melee and ranged, there is a damage mod, there is a crit chance mod, there is a crit damage mod, and then there is an elemental buildup mod. So for suits, it's just defense and health, and then elemental resistance. And then melee and ranged is damage, crit chance, crit damage, and elemental buildup. Now, where do you get these mods? Well, you get them by just defeating enemies or opening chests. You can also get them from Lucius Fox, which only drops heroic mods, which I don't want to say are bad, but they only max out at level 40. You cannot get up to level 60 mods, which can only be found in Heroic Assault. So up to level 40 in the world, defeating enemies, opening chests, Lucius Fox, they will all drop mods. Heroic Assault will get mods dropped from level 25 at floor 1 all the way to level 60 when you get to floor 30. Now, there is an exception to this, and y'all are gonna have to let me know in the comments. Since I'm already level 40, I do not know how else to test this, but I did play Heroic Assault with my son, and he was only level 17. We went into floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, and we were doing Heroic Assault. Now, typically, normally, if you are at least level 40, at least when I went in, I was level 40. Floor 1 dropped level 25 mods, level 25 gear. Floor 2, I think it was level 26 or 27, maybe 28, somewhere around there. But as far as the mods go and the gear goes, it would only drop at his level. He only got level 17 mods. And so will it drop level 60 when you get up to floor 30 if I was to take him all the way up to floor 30? I don't know. Y'all have to let me know in the comments. But as of now, until you get to level 40, from what I understand, it's only going to drop at that level or at your level. Now let's talk about the fusions. And this is honestly the most frustrating and poorly designed systems that I think is in the game currently. But at least of today, this is what we got. So this is the understanding that I have when it comes to the mod fusions. Now, when you're fusing mods, you can fuse mods from a lower rarity to get a higher rarity, but you can only do that up into epic tier, except for one exception, which we'll talk about here in just a second. So if you have 4 common mods, that will give you an uncommon mod. If you have 4 uncommons, it will give you a rare. 4 rares will give you an epic. But 4 epics do not give you a legendary. You can also mix match when it comes to fusions. We add 2 rare suits. For the melee, we can add 1 common. We'll throw in 1 common in there, and then we'll add, I don't know, 1 other rare. And so you'll see that it says on the right side of the screen, chip selected, 4 out of 4. We have all rares, 1 common piece. And what that's gonna get us is just 100% chance of it being a rare. The highest level of whatever mod chip you selected, that's what level it's going to fuse into. And the type, 50% suit, 50% chance for it to be a suit, 25 melee, 25 ranged. Strange thing about this though, especially when it comes to the fusions, let's say we add all damage mods. We put in all 4 damage mods. Now, when we fuse this, you would think that it would come back as a higher powered damage mod. Well, it actually doesn't. And so depending on whatever effect that the mod has, actually doesn't seem to have any impact on the mod that you get from the fusion. It sounds silly, but that's at least what we know. You know, you could put in all elemental effects and you would think you would get an elemental mod. Well, you don't. And sometimes you might, sometimes you might not. It doesn't seem to have any correspondence to what you select as far as the type of mod to what you get back. Another interesting thing is not all mods are available at every level, crazy enough. And from what I have found, level 60 mods can only be found in floor 30 of Heroic Assault. And as many times as I've done Heroic Assault floor 30, I have found that only health mods drop at floor 30, and only crit damage and elemental damage drop at floor 30 for the melee and the ranged. All other mods cannot be found at level 60. You have to go to level 58 in order to get crit chance or damage, or any of the elementals on the suit are not available at particular levels, only at one level below at 58. It makes absolutely no sense, but at least currently that's how it seems to be. So there might be other levels as well in which not all mods are available for, but I know at level 60 it's like this. So Lucius Fox has a challenge that says craft a legendary mod chip using mod fusions. You have to do this twice. Now, before, when I initially went through the game, the only way to do this, at least at the time from what we knew, the only way to get a legendary mod was to craft 4 legendary mods. You had to fuse 4 mods just to get 1 mod back. It didn't have better stats. It didn't have better level. It didn't have anything. It made absolutely no sense. It's still like that. And if you don't know this particular trick, it might be a little bit frustrating because you have to waste 8 mods just to get 2 back that aren't any better. And so definitely a poor design when it comes to this particular aspect of it, but there is a trick around it. Now, as far as I know, that this is the only legendary or the only method that you can do to where you don't use any legendary mods, but still can get a legendary mod. There might be one for melee and ranged, and I've tried to test this with numerous possibilities, but this can only be found on the suit. So what you need to do is go to your suits and need to find 3 purple health mods. Now remember, the level at which the fusion goes to is going to be your highest level mod. And so I would definitely recommend when you do this, do the highest level purple that you can find, but it has to be a health mod. So I'm going to take 3 purples. I'm going to just use 160. I'm going to use a 49, and then I'm going to use a 48. It doesn't matter any of the other ones as long as they're purple and they have to be health. Now, you'll see that if I select another mod, let's say this heroic right here, it tells me that out of the 4 mod chips that I selected, what I'm going to get back is an epic. At level 60, that's a suit, which is fine. I mean, it tells you. If I wanted to put in a legendary, it's going to give me back an epic, okay? If I wanted to put in any other rarity, it's going to tell me which one it is. If I want to put in this health suit at rare, it's going to give me another epic. But what we figured out was if you put in a rare, a blue of something different than health, what you're going to get back is a legendary. And so if you put in 3 health mods and then 1 blue, 1 rare that is not a health mod, you are going to get back a legendary from it. And so you don't have to use any legendaries in order to complete the Lucius Fox challenge. Now, does this work if you put in any other rares? Well, no, it doesn't. So I can't put in, say, a ranged rare and have that 25% chance to get a legendary ranged. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work with melees. It only works with suits. It only works if you have all 4 of them on suits, and it only works if you have 3 purple health with 1 rare of something else. So we're going to fuse this together. Boom. And we got ourselves a legendary mod. And now, as you see, the Lucius Fox quest, craft a legendary mod chip using mod fusion. Well, we just did it. 1 out of 2 when we were 0 out of 1. So we could do that, you know, fairly easy. You don't have to waste legendaries. That's the only good thing about the fusion part aspect of this game, is that this one glitch. There might be a glitch for melee or ranged, and I don't want to say glitch, but certain combination that will get you the legendary. I have been trying and trying to come up with all sorts of possible, you know, scenarios and mixtures, and I can't find any of them. But it's an easy way, at least, to get that, and an easy way to get legendary mods without actually having to try to hope for drops of legendary mods. So again, you put in 3 purple health mods. It doesn't matter the level, as long as I would use the level of the highest, you know, purple that you are or whatever that you have. And then you add in some sort of non-health rare. And you do that, and well, we're going to craft this or fuse this, and boom. Now, as far as the elemental goes, you know, when you put in each of these elementals, you're going to get the elemental. Now, we tried it in the beginning when we had it with just the defense, and it came back as a health mod. Now, for whatever reason, I can't get the defense ones to pop up, but I can get the elemental ones to work. But either way, it's certainly an easy way to get through the Lucius Fox, and it's certainly a very easy way to get you some legendary mods with pretty good stats. Now, like I said, this is the only combination that seems to give you legendary mods, but there could be others. So if you want to test it out, you know, go into melee, go into range, you can select various mods and then click all 4 of them, and it will tell you if you get that legendary mod. And so, like I said, I've been trying to come up with combinations of just every single combination that I can think of, and I haven't found anything that has been able to give me from lower level mods up into a legendary. There is also going to be a point in which you have maxed out however many mods you can carry, and it might be, I don't know, something like 100 mods in each slot or something. There's going to be a maximum, and once you hit that maximum, you cannot get any more mods, and so you'll need to delete them. And so the only way that you're going to be able to delete them, well, is going to be by fusing. And so obviously 4 down to 1, that's going to delete them. There is no delete button, which would have been nice, But since there is no delete button, you're just going to have to fuse and fuse and fuse and limit the amount you have, because there is a maximum, and eventually you're going to come to a point where you can't get any more, and you don't want to miss out on those higher level ones. So don't go into mods and mod fusions thinking that things should make sense, because honestly, they don't. And it's kind of poorly implemented the way that things are structured currently. You know, you can't get anything higher than epic when it comes to fusions, and fusing 4 legendaries gets you the same legendary. It just really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We do have that one, I guess, glitch with the 3 epics and 1 rare, and that is certainly nice. But everything else really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And, you know, when you combine, you know, all crit or all damage, you don't get back damage. When you apply, you know, different things, you don't get back what you think you might. So either way, keep that in mind when you're getting these. And hopefully this helped and was able to clear some of the things up for you if you still had questions. But either way, though, like I said, let me know in the comments if I forget anything. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Y'all take it easy. We're out. Peace.